Alright, got a request from Unrevealed, Reddit user, to take a look at his throw. His glide here, we're going to watch it through real quick. Or, I say quick now, it probably won't be. Okay, so at back, first thing I want to point out is this posture position. This right here is not a very athletic position. I know it's kind of stylistic. You probably see that some in the pros, but just assuming you're a little bit younger thrower, maybe not as strong, especially in the core, you want to lock this in right now. You want to lock that core in, lock that back in. It would be like a squat position. This should be straight across right here. Okay, now when we look here as your fall part of your throw, okay, you have a little bit of that. I'd like to see us even get a little bit lower here. One thing you do really well, I've actually watched this through a couple times, so I know this is about to come. So one thing that I like that you start really well is this unseating. This is what we talk about when we talk about a glide throw. That's where your power comes through. Is your butt, your hips need to drop and fall towards the toe board. Okay, and that's what's going to keep you low across the ring, and it's also what's going to keep this momentum moving, of your body moving towards the direction of the throw. You're a lefty, so I apologize in advance if I mess up some legs. I'll try to keep those straight, but I'm not making any promises. Okay, so again, we want this unseating to happen here. Once you start to see that happen, see how you're starting to fall, that's really, really good. We want that to continue, but instead of it continuing, look what starts to happen right here. Now your body starts to rise. Watch this. I didn't mean to delete that. I want you to watch your body start to rise now. See that? Shoulders are coming up, torso's coming up, legs even coming up. Okay, so right now you're losing a lot of energy. It just comes down to a simple physics kind of problem. That's why we want our hips to unseat, because we just have more energy, more power going towards the direction of the throw. Right now, you're going to end up dissipating a lot in the air as you're coming across the ring. But anyway, so we get here. Another thing you do really well in your notes to me, in your message to me, you said something about trying to come off your heel. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but this is perfect. I mean, I'm not exaggerating, not blowing smoke at you. Right now, your shoulder is very close, which is important, and this is locked out, and you're up on the up on the heel of that foot. This right here, that's what you want to see. This and this. The only thing that would improve this position right now is maybe just a little bit lower, and this leg, so down just a little bit more, and that leg a little bit lower to the ground. But as far as your left leg, right shoulder, eyes on that focal point, perfect. Like, that's really what you want there. Okay, so now we're coming across the ring, getting to the power position. Okay, so one thing that I talk a lot about to all my high school throwers is the rhythm of the throw. So like in a discus, or right now I'm teaching all my kids rotational shot put. So it's sweep to ta, sweep to ta. You talk about, you want that left foot to hit equally, almost. You want them to be really, really close. So same things with the glide. I glided most of my career. You want these almost to be simultaneous. Your left foot needs to hit just slightly before your right foot, but you want them to be close. So this is where I was telling you that your right leg is a little high out of the back and across the middle. This is where that becomes an issue, because now, boom, your left's hit the ground and your right still in the air, 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 till finally there is your power position. You know, that was a lot of frames that we went through in order to get to that point. So anyways, if you keep that lower, gonna help in the long run. Okay, so one other thing I want to focus on, your heel actually touches for most of it actually double taps. So boom, it touches, comes up again, touches again. So the one, I think, obviously, the most important part of any of the throws, shot, disc, doesn't matter the technique in the shot, is you want this right foot to turn, you want this right knee to turn, you want this right hip to turn. All of those, left foot, left knee, left hip, in your case, you want all of those to turn in front of the shot put. So you'll see, after your heel touches, like it does right here, that left heel, it can't turn. So you're going to watch, as we continue to watch, look, now your body weight's shifting this way, the shot's moving forward, and what I mean by body weight, okay, so right now, okay, I would say decent power position. I would say you have about 90% of your weight on this back leg. Nice brace here with your block leg. But now watch as we continue to move across the ring. Whoops. Watch, watch, watch. See how much of that energy, how much of that weight shift, because we're not turning this foot, moves on. Okay, so now we're about halfway, 3/4 of the way through the power position. And what would you say our breakdown is of our weight percentages right now? I'd say maybe 50-50. Whoops. Maybe 50-50. We want to stay on that back leg as long as possible. You know, something else you'll see here is look where the shot is. If I draw a line straight down from the shot, if I draw a line straight down from the hip kind of area, they're equal right now. And as I continue to go, see that shot now is actually in front of the hip. We want to stay back. You want this position, this finished position should look like a reverse C. And right now you kind of got half a U, and that's just because of how much weight we transferred in our upper body. And again, all that comes back down to this right foot your left foot not turning in the middle of the ring. You want that left foot, left knee, left hip needs to lead the throw, needs to finish first in the race between it and the upper body. Now let's see your finish. Okay, not bad. One thing, we do see our hips, our butt kind of poke backwards. This right here, we want our hips to shoot forward and upwards as we finish here. Again, that gets you that reverse C position, and that's how you transfer all this energy that you created by gliding and doing everything else. It gets transferred if you're solid here. See, we have this little break. I like to tell a couple of my throwers, they have the W shape right now, and because you have that little break in there, you're actually losing a lot of power. Now, one thing, again, I watched this video a couple times before I started breaking it down, and one thing I really, really like that you do, this is such a natural reverse. Great reverse. Okay, so you finish. I think you finish well. Even with some of the issues with our left foot, I think you finish pretty well. First, you want to finish the throw first, and then this reverse is just after you've reached out over the toe board as far as you can, you have to reverse to stay in the ring. You do a really good job about that. The other thing is how naturally this right leg came up as a counterbalance. I wish I've spent, well, we just finished track season. That was 15 weeks long. I spent 15 weeks trying to get my kids, my high school athletes, to get that leg up as a counterbalance. All of them wanted to, do a knee or something else, just a lazy way to do it. This right here, I couldn't script it any better. This last weekend, we had our state meet. Saw our state record that was 25 years old, set by an Olympian, broken. The kid this year threw basically 64 feet, and it was a glider. And we look at how in the world was he able to break that record that most of us thought were going to be unbreakable, and is because he got over the toe board so well. So anyways, that's something you have going for you really well. As we kind of back up and talk about major points, again, love how you're coming off that left. Just need to stay a little bit lower upper body. Keep this right leg a little bit lower as we come across the ring. And then in the power position, keep up on that ball with that foot. Never, as soon as that heel touches, you're done. And then in the front, we want toe, knee, hip leading the throw instead of the upper body leading the throw here. Good luck, whatever you're training for right now. If you got any other videos, I would love to break another one down after you get some of this stuff figured out. All right, thanks.